Vyrah reporting for duty. Okay, I got this whole thing going on, and we can. My sound is functioning. I am not like losing anything. Okay, so let's get into it. Some reacts. I actually noticed that like I kind of like checking out what's going on. Let me just get into that. You're just basically sharing my time while I watch YouTube, but like this this is oh, I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost. Okay. So let's start with Chainsaw Man. Actually, I didn't knew that Chainsaw Man get uh it will get what, a movie rather than than a sequel. So let's check this out. I actually need to. Okay, it is 50 seconds long. It's not a trailer. It's a teaser. Mm. I adore Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is really something else. I think that like it is something really fucking cool. So let me just. Okay. Uh, fast. Okay, the sound of the video you get. It's a little loud. Okay, I am excited. I am mega excited with this girl. I actually, since Man is the only fucking manga that I started reading. I began reading Chainsaw Man, so I actually fucking know who the fuck this girl is. I don't remember though. I don't remember. But I'm excited. I am excited. There is a second teaser that actually got released like not too long ago. Not too long ago. And not too long ago, meaning I didn't fucking notice it. But yeah, the first teaser, good teaser. I fucking want to I fucking want to have a reason to rewatch Chainsaw Man and to watch Chainsaw Man, like to watch it. I miss I miss Makima, best girl ever. Anyway, okay. Uh, there is a second. Okay, so let me just get into the second. So let's check two. Let's check teaser Chainsaw Man. Okay.
デンジ君はさ、田舎のネズミと
Fuck. There is no subtitles. Okay.
デンジ君はさ、田舎のネズミと都会のネズミ、どっちがいい？最強に元気なら、明日の休み、私とデートしない？やったー！デンジ君みたいな面白い人、初めて。
マキマさんは俺に心ってあると思います？
どうしてそんなことを聞くの？私が全部教えてあげる。
どうしよう、目つむると二人になっちまったよ。
俺が知り合う女がさ、全員俺んこと殺そうとしてんだけど、
あいつに店長をやるわけにはいかない。
逮捕する。
人間は苦しんで死ぬべきだと思ってる。
これが正解だよな。ジェイター様大キャービーム、俺に後悔させんじゃねえぞ。
Oh, the vibe! The fucking vibe! Coming in theaters in 2025. Let me check if there is a release date. Oh my fucking... I'm so excited. I'll actually fucking go to the fucking... If there is like a fucking sub... like, I don't fucking live in America, so... I don't want to fucking watch it in my native language, but if there is sub English, I'll fucking go. Chainsaw Man movie, October release dates. September. Is there September? Fuck you. In October. Fuck you, dude. So it will be released. It's September. How many months? How many months do we have? September. Oh, fuck you. It's not as bad as I thought. It's not as bad as I thought. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Why did my... Okay, anyway. Yeah, let's... I don't know why... Okay. Anyway. Big hype for the movie Chainsaw Man. Big fucking hype. I cannot fucking wait. Alright, let's keep on going. With the... So actually, like the more life wasn't this exciting, I thought, you know. And then I started like fucking like I began my journey of actually like checking out the fucking trailers, what's going on, because why the fuck not, right? And actually I get to find out that there's a Borderlands 4 that is about to release, so let's check it out. Borderlands 3, really good. Borderlands Alice in Borderland, like the Tiny Tina. I don't know. I didn't fit the vibe. I actually didn't play them. I actually didn't fucking check that out. But like, apparently, like I saw the fucking critiques and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll pass on this one. But Borderlands 4, like maybe it is as good as Borderlands 3. I don't fucking know. Like without fuck, and some Jack, I'll fucking know. Like, and some Jack was like the fucking like. Anyway, let's check that out. Let's check this out.
You are no longer a vault hunter. You may have had free will out there in the myriad galaxies. But here, on Kairos, you serve the use I have for you.
Our
Minds fly free, beyond his control. Now, it's your turn.
I will return to the Timekeeper's side. May we rule forever.
Heard you were rounding up some vault hunters. Reporting for duty, boss.
Backdraft!
My savior? Oh, Vault Hunters! This will hurt!
A toast to our hero.
Why should you get to be free? All you do is destroy.
We lead a strike team to the fortress, and then
Oh, damn. What the fuck? Okay, you see Claptrap. Okay, this is good enough. This is good enough. This is good enough. Like, this is good enough. Like, seeing Claptrap, maybe no Handsome Jack, but yeah, it is good. It is good. It is good. Let me just yeah, on this one, yeah, it is interesting. I am curious to see. I've seen like some returning characters, Borderlands 3 characters. I am curious to I think it was where is she? Mad Moxie. Like, you see Mad Moxie, but I'm curious if we will see Siren and how's she called? Where is it? Yeah. I don't remember. Oh God. Lilith. Yeah. Lilith. I hope that we see Siren and Lilith. Claptrap is the fucking goat. Yeah, really excited. I will probably play it. Like, does wait, I'll check if there is a release date. Borderlands for release date. September 12th, 2025. So actually really fucking good. So yeah. September 12th. All right. Let me just, okay. Let's keep on going. I just need to check one thing. It will not take long. Okay. Everything seemed to be in order. Everything seemed to work. So yeah. I didn't want it to check this out, but like it's a trailer that got released like 2 days ago, and it has like 2 million views on fucking YouTube. So I'm like, it's like I never saw like it has like 2 fucking million views in 3 days. I'm actually really fucking curious about this one because like really no clue what it is. Blood Message. Like, so let's check it out. Let's just check it out.
大唐还在的时候，丝路上的灯火从西域一直亮到长安，能点亮天上的星河。
大唐离我们太远了，神佛还会庇佑河西吗？
我是认真决定的，我还是想再试一次。
今日我们所流的血，是为了把大唐带回来。
对，
我们必须在破城之前把安宁带出来。一人一个。安宁。 等着我，
安宁，安宁，
阿爷，我将追随杀胄一举。
去长安，你这是让他们去送死！
Okay, like I gotta say this, like apparently Son or like whoever is like joining something, right? And he says, "Oh, that's suicide," and then everything that you see that the guy does is basically suicide. It's basically like everything that he does is that it could die at any point in time, any moment. But like joining whatever the fuck, whoever the fuck joined, that's suicide. Then the guy proceeds to fucking fuck up like 17 dudes and being like, but that's not. That's right. It's just built different. But like I like it so far.
输赢成败，皆如沙上之塔，风来即散，为众生之苦。 长漫于天地之间。
回家吧，这一切毫无意义。有人，天命所归，我才是大唐。到头来，除了死更多人。 什么都不会改变。
没有我的帮助，你走不出这片沙漠。如果神不肯拯救我们的部族，那就让我来。
阿娘，等着我。
是对信使，每个人都做好了有去无回的打算。
Okay, so let's talk about it. China is so underrepresented. It's so left out. Like China is producing some of the best games that the world has to offer, such as Genshin Impact, and like one that I like that is not as like that is not as great as it was, but that I really liked when it got released. Tower Fantasy. I like others, but like I think that like overall, people really forgot about like representing China in its greatness, and the Chinese Empire is something that really was something great, and that has a lot of story to offer. Maybe chivalry, maybe adventure, maybe magic or religion, right? And I think that this is actually really a brilliant idea to actually fucking think. Remember that China exists, that China has a lot of stories and a lot of history, and basically like think of a game that actually talks about China. And I'd say how is it called? It's, yeah, in the uh, in a style of Sekiro or or Neo, right? So this is actually really fucking interesting. I think it's really interesting. Let me just check. Is there a release date for this date? Mm, yeah, so no release date for now, but this is actually really fucking interesting. Like there is like a lot the graphics like are to die for, and it's actually cool because it talks about like China was actually Buddhist and like Buddhist Taoist um yeah, like Buddhist and Taoist. So Taoism is basically Buddhism, like it's another color of Buddhism, and it's not exactly that, but like it talks about like Buddhism, and it's really cool because like it mixes like it is like something similar to Sekiro or yeah um uh Yeah. So this is actually cool. This is actually cool. Okay. I can there was like another game that wasn't Sekiro that I thought about, but like I cannot remember it. It's fine. Okay. This also got released a month ago. This is we're back in anime. Like I will, like so far I haven't got like no animes that make me go, oh my fucking, like let's fucking go. I just want to watch it because I watched the trailer. Maybe this will be the one. I don't fucking know. Like a lot of maybes, but not the. Actually, what the fuck I'm talking about? Yeah, Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man. The movie Chainsaw Man like made me go, wow, fucking let's go. But so far that's it. So yeah, maybe this one. Let's check it out. Scarlet official teaser. I love when it says this, like when it says this, like and it's 19. 19. They said this while saying 19. Fucking love Japanese. Kind of fucking. What the fuck does it mean? There is no fucking translation. This is it. Like the 45-second trailer is actually 30 seconds, and the girl is like, Cocoa, is this it? And I'm like, I guess it is. God damn. I don't like this art style. Overview. Okay, overview. After failing to avenge her father's murder, Princess Scarlet wakes up in the land of the dead. In this world full of madness, she must take revenge on her sworn enemy. If she does not avenge her nemesis and reach the endless place, she will become nothingness and cease to exist. Okay, makes sense. Fucking doesn't. I mean, it does. It doesn't. Okay, interesting. Really just like this art style. It's in the middle. Like you can see, it's in between like 2D and 3D. Like you gotta choose. Like some people really like it. Like it's not my style at all. I dislike this a lot. But maybe it's actually a really good anime. And so fuck you. I'll have to watch it anyway because too good to miss, too good to pass on. I don't fucking know. Okay. Okay. So this is the next updates for WoW, actually for World of Warcraft. So I don't know what the fuck it is, because like we keep getting updates on I started play I rejoined the fucking the fucking cult of like playing like MMO, your favorite MMO, like a fucking no life not too long ago, and I just noticed that like WoW really releases a lot of fucking updates, and so like we just got we just got a couple updates, and I'm like, okay, and we just got a teaser a couple of days ago for like something new, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like I cannot keep on with all this content. Like it just keeps on giving, and I'm just like, slow the fuck down. I am playing almost every day, and I'm barely fucking cute. Like, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing for new players. Like it's a lot of variety and stuff. But like, let's check it out. So, no clue what it is. I hope we see my girl Zal. Zal, I miss you. I hope we see Zal. I hope we see Zal. Zal tap this girl. You cannot fucking like it. You cannot fucking fight me about it. Like, she is the coolest. Okay, so the Ghost of Karesh. Is this like my question is this like the new patch, the new raid patch? Like, I don't fucking know. Let's check it out.
Hello everyone and welcome to Wowcast. Today we're going to talk about the next major content update, Ghosts of Karesh. To help us uncover what's in store, I'm joined by two developers who helped bring Karesh to life. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Drew D'Souza, and I'm a lead encounter designer.
I'm Steph Yoon. I'm an associate lead quest designer, and I was also the point on this content.
First things first, what is Karesh and why now?
So Karesh isn't a new term to us. You know, way back in Burning Crusade, we first heard about them when we met the Ethereals in Netherstorm. And you know, they told us tales of Karesh, a beautiful arid homeworld for the Ethereals, until Dimensius the All-Devouring came and consumed their world soul. So we helped the Ethereals get revenge in Netherstorm, and we thought the matter was finished. And for the first time here in Ghosts of Karesh, we'll be stepping foot on what's remaining of that planet, this shattered, void-touched land, because we've heard that evil forces are trying to resurrect Dimensius the All-Devouring, and if that happens, the Ethereals are toast, and then Azeroth will be next.
Okay, so this is really interesting because like Ethereals, like except like the fact that they bring us they were the ones who finally brought us transmog. We don't know much about them. Like at least like we didn't knew, we kind of knew, but like it's cool because like it's really like a subplot, like a sub race that like we never got to like be to chill with. But like yeah, remember the Burning Crusade, like with the zone in Burning Crusade and the transmog guy and the transmog guy. And so this looks like it will be the next big content update with the next raid, because like so the logic is that like Xaldath had a relic that got stolen by some dude looking like this, some dude looking like an ethereal. So apparently this relic that she was feeding with the blood of N'Zoth, it got stolen, but stolen by them apparently. This is my guess that like we have to go there, but also for other reasons. But maybe we'll get to the plot. I want to see Xaldath again, like I kind of miss her. So let's keep on going. Let's check it out.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good for us. So, who's going to help us try to stop Dimensius?
You know, with a threat like this, it's all hands on deck. Within the last major content update, Illyria sort of took a step back and undermined, but she'll be here front and center with her old mentor, Locust Walker, as he brings us to his old home planet. And the eager players among us will have already gone through the content in Legacy of Aerithor, where there is a feature called Lore Walking, which gives hints to sort of the content that's coming up here in Ghosts of Karesh. In there, we learned that Venari and the brokers are interested in helping. Not only that, they've brought their entire city, Tazavesh, the Veiled Market, from the Shadowlands and placed it here right in Karesh. So we'll be able to use that as a home base. We're going to gather as much help as we can so that we can face Dimensius in the raid Manaforge Omega.
I'm excited to see Venari. I know a lot of other people are too. You mentioned the raid. Can you tell us more about that, Drew?
Absolutely, there's a lot to talk about. So our raid in Ghosts of Karesh is Manaforge Omega. It's a giant facility that's been built up on the planet to harvest cosmic energy.
Okay, so new raid coming, Omega. Okay. I'm excited. Let's check it out.
We're going to be fighting our way in and through it to take on Shadowguard's Ethereals, who are trying to revive Dimensius. While we're in there, we'll face down with an army of Ethereals still being wrapped, the creature they're harvesting silk from, and even a mysterious council of demon hunters that had found their way onto Karesh. Oh, and of course, it's going to end with a cosmic level battle with Dimensius, who is the biggest raid boss we've ever made.
How big are we talking?
The biggest red boss? Bigger than fucking Deathwing? We're talking? Because Deathwing is really fucking big. Like, really, really fucking big. Are you sure that it is bigger than fucking Deathwing?
Like City of Stormwind sized?
What?
Yeah.
Do you have any examples of boss mechanics in the raid?
One that I think is really cool is actually our intro. Like I mentioned, this is a giant like mana intake facility, and we're actually going to come in through the pipe where they've taken the mana. We're actually going to utilize a artifact cloak we're introducing in Ghosts of Koresh, the Reshi Wraps, to turn ourselves into energy and trick the filtration system. So our first boss encounter is against a warden that's overlooking these pipes, and we're going to need to go in and out of energy forms to survive.
I'm excited for my druid to have another artifact. So let's break down Reshi Wraps. What's the fantasy behind them?
We wanted to give the players an upgradable artifact that had a visible component for transmogs, of course, because that's the true endgame of WoW, but didn't interfere with any tier sets.
The true endgame of WoW is transmog? Absolutely true. Absolutely true. This person actually knows the game. Like, I'm actually really happy because this person that actually talks about the game just gave me the confirmation that she actually knows the game. And she's probably one of the person that part of the people that I hate and that hates me in my Mythic Plus dungeons. Like, same type of mentality, because like if you know that transmog is the end game, you're one of us.
So the Reshi Wraps are an artifact cloak that helps us turn our bodies from corporeal into an energy form. You know, a very powerful person within the campaign helps us gather these ethereal artifacts and coalesces them into the Reshi Wraps. And it turns our bodies into energy form and basically allows us to see the world through the ethereal's eyes. With this, we'll be able to interface with an outdoor activity called phase diving, which allows us to enter untethered space, which is an entirely different way to look at Koresh. It's an overlay that introduces new creatures, new objectives, new world quests, new mechanics. And the cool thing about the Reshi Wraps, it sort of interfaces with so much content across Ghosts of Koresh. You can use it in the open world, you can use it in the dungeon, you can use it in the raid, and in delves as well.
Seeing the world in the eyes of ethereal sounds really, really cool. You mentioned delves. What is the new delve coming to Ghosts of Koresh?
So we have a new delve coming in Ghosts of Koresh, and this is called the Archival Assault. It takes place in the Azure Vaults and Dragon Isles. You might be familiar with that place, but this time it's chock full of ethereals, ethereal pirates, some brokers, and they're plundering the place, and we're going to put a stop to that with our buddy Bran. You'll be able to take advantage of your Reshi Wrap to unlock unique challenge gateways. They might have boss rushes or unique challenge rooms and need the cloak to access them. Additionally, we're doing a little bit of a social feature in here where you'll be able to see your friend's presence. They might be able to leave you messages. You see their ghost running around where they died, maybe.
What?
Yep.
So I can make fun of my friend dying in a certain place.
Oh, kind of like Dark Souls. That's actually a good idea. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Please.
And speaking of dying, let's talk about our nemesis for this season.
Okay.
You might be familiar with her. Her name is Nexus Princess Kaiveza. You have unfinished business with her in Nerebar. She's got a whole new bag of tricks for you. She's not going to hold back this time, and it's a 1v1 scenario, so buckle up.
That's so exciting. I loved her fight in Nerebar Palace, and so I was always wondering where she vanished off to, because you don't actually defeat her. Let's head back to the outdoor world. What can we do on Koresh?
Yeah, there's two major systems. The first one is called ecological succession. When we met the ethereals for the first time in Netherstorm, the two things that I noticed were their energy forms and their really cool ecodomes, right? These systems that allowed them to create biomes inside that didn't match what was outside. And here, basically, you'll be helping run one. Vynara is trying to bring life back to those shredded parts of Koresh. And with that, she needs your help to fill it with animals and creatures that really thrive in the Koresh ecosystem.
Are we building a sanctuary? Are we fucking building a sanctuary? Because if we're building a sanctuary, this is really fucking fun. This is really fucking fun. This is really fun. I hope we build a sanctuary.
What this means is that she'll ask you to go back to previous zones, get animals, and experiment and see if they can survive in the Koresh ecosystem, and then release them to create a thriving ecology. Think of it as like a void Jurassic Park, where you're just sort of like trying to make sure that this beautiful place can thrive. The other feature I want to talk about is phase diving. I already mentioned it a little bit when I was talking about the Reshi Raps, but it's basically
Reshi Raps like really makes me think about like it's a like it's not really a bad name. The Reshi Raps like doesn't it sound like a fucking like name of a fucking snack that you buy at the fast food? I'll get some fries and a Reshi Wrap and I'll take a Coke with it. Like let me take some Reshi Wraps. Yeah, on the go. I'll take the Reshi Wraps on the go. Like
basically an overlay across all of Koresh, where you get to switch to energy form and enter untethered space to access a whole slew of new content. You can expect to see anything that you normally see in the outdoors, you know, treasures, rares, lore objects, all that. But there's also things that are unique specifically to phase diving. One of the features that I can talk about here is called Warrants, where you're going to be helping the Constable of Tazavesh hunt down notorious monsters.
I'm looking forward to also building my own ecosystem. That sounds so cool. Anything with animals, you got me sold. Earlier we spoke about the new raid. What else is coming to Season 3?
Oh, there's a lot to talk about here. So first off, we have a new dungeon coming with Ghost.
I already struggled to keep on. Fuck. No, it's a good thing. But god fucking damn it.
To crash. It's called Ecodome Eldani. It's very important to the Ethereals. It's a 3-boss dungeon. We're going to be fighting through devourers, invading one of these places, eating some of the wildlife Steph talked about earlier. That's bad. We're also going to be fighting off a force of wastelanders that have taken over this place. We're going to fight our way through and figure out why they want this place. One more note with this dungeon is it'll be immediately available on normal, heroic, and baseline mythic with the update on Ghost of Crash.
I think the really cool thing about Ecodome Eldani too.
Yeah, because with Undermine, we actually didn't got any dungeons. And I actually was like, kind of surprised by it. Like Season 2 goes in and like no new dungeons.
Is that the canonical route that the storyline takes place is the campaign, the raid, and then Ecodome Eldani. And that's not a thing that we do often, you know. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how people react to this cadence.
So what are the dungeons in the dungeon pool?
Oh yeah, let's dive into that as well. Let's talk about the returning ones first. So we're going to head back to Revendreth and visit our friends, the Venthyr in the Halls of Atonement. So the next two, like Steph mentioned, Tazavesh is coming back. So we said Tazavesh should come back.
Of course.
That was a mega dungeon when it was first introduced, so we're going to break it in 2 pieces, of course. We're going to have Tazavesh Streets of Wonder, where we're actually fighting through the markets and bazaars and streets of Tazavesh, chasing down Solia. And then we'll have the second half, which is Solia's Gambit, where we're chasing him through portals and eventually having our final showdown. Tazavesh will also be returning as a mega dungeon experience in Ghosts of Koresh. Starting with Season 3, you'll be able to play it in hard mode as the baseline mythic difficulty. It'll have increased challenges, hard mode mechanics, and really awesome rewards. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, we also had a community vote for the last 4. What were the winners?
Yeah, it was really cool to see what players' favorite dungeons were in the War Within, and the 4 that players chose were Operation Floodgate from Season 2, going back to punch some goblins, Priory of the Sacred Flame, just awesome Hollowfall vibes throughout. And then we're going to round that out with 2 dungeons from Season 1 of The War Within, Arakara, City of Echoes, and the Dawnbreaker. Just quick note for the Season 1 dungeons, we are going to take a pass, you know, on the visuals, the combat pacing, the cast times, the number of abilities even, to make sure they're aligned with Season 2 dungeons.
Are there any other important notes for players to know about for Season 3?
Actually, not directly Season 3 related, but on the day of the update for Ghosts of Koresh, you're going to have access to non-bountiful delves and all Season 3 dungeons for heroic and mythic, baseline mythic difficulties. That means there will be Season 3 tuning in there, but also Season 3 rewards. You can get yourself a head start. Of course, Mythic Plus and the raid will open the following week, but you should have plenty to sink your teeth into on day 1. And oh yeah, one more thing. We've heard feedback for a long time now about how dungeon checkpointing works, especially in like Mythic Keystones where your timer's ticking down and whatnot. We're going to revisit our philosophy there on how long a run back is and when they unlock, and we actually want to visualize some of this in game through what we're calling waystones. So as you unlock checkpoints, you'll have an icon on your map, and you'll also have these stones that warp in and show you, if I release, this is where I'm coming back. I don't want people asking that question anymore.
That is so exciting.
This is actually great, yeah, because like back in the day, it wasn't like as fantastic. Like it wasn't like as fucked up looking, to be honest. And so graveyards, people kind of like noticed. And but yeah, this is actually a good idea. This is good game design.
Because I can't remember for the life of me every checkpoint in a dungeon. So thank you guys.
Oh yeah. In the dungeons, outside it will be actually like to show something. It will be nice as well.
And what about class sets?
Yeah, there's new set bonuses to talk about as well. In Mana Forge Omega, we're trying something different with the set bonuses.
Okay, let's check it out. So let me guess. So this is Demon Hunter, Mage, Paladin, Evoker, Warlock, Death Knight, no, Rogue, Death Knight, Paladin, Monk, and Warrior, right? It goes like this, right? So, Demon Hunter, Death Knight, Mage, Rogue, Monk, Paladin, Evoker, Warlock, Warrior, right? Let me just judge by it. I like the Rogue one. Maybe the Mage one on another race could look cool. The Death Knight one looks okay. Evoker, same. I don't fucking know. Warlock is fine. I don't like the Warrior at all. Like, it's not my style at all. And the Demon Hunter, like the Monk one is really so simple. Like, simple looking, I think. Like Demon Hunter as well, but maybe it can look really cool. Like if you're in a battle stance and you have your weapons out. Like, but yeah, like at least it's like some of them are unique looking, but like the Monk is really fucking like basic. Like the fuck is this? Like it's so fucking basic. Paladin, well, a lot of Horde players, I guess, will get to experience what it is to fucking pretend that you were born in Stormwind and lived in Stormwind all your life, and you got to live the life in Stormwind as a Horde player. Imagine an orc just like wearing this, you know, an orc. The fuck can be a paladin these days? A Tauren. The Tauren being like, yeah, I've been living in Stormwind for like all my life. I was born here. Like, I saw King Edwin like a bunch of times. Like this is interesting. Before you're like, the fuck is this? Like, I'm not sure about the classes, alright? Like, this one looks so fucking like basic and like kind of uninspired. Warlock, at least like it's like, yeah, it's a Warlock set we didn't know. If this is Death Knight, I'm actually surprised. It's really a fucking beautiful looking set. It's unique, and the colors as well. The Rogue, like so far, the Death Swan is my favorite. Like the Rogue is cool. Kind of reminds me of the tier 2, like tier 2 Rogue, like something simple. But Monk is basic as fuck. I think that the Mage one, I think on a different race, it looks good. It looks good as fuck. Like, it looks really good. I think the Paladin one on the fucking Tauren, well, the Tauren from Stormwind, the Tauren that always lived in Stormwind, will always live here. Like, he choose to fucking, like, go away from Stormwind from time to time. But he really doesn't fucking like going out from Stormwind, like, because he's really, like, really all about Stormwind, this Tauren, you know? Like, the Demon Hunter, yeah. And Evoker, I think I like the shamanic type of... what the fuck is the shaman, though? Wait. Demon Hunter, Mage, Death Knight, Rogue, Where the fuck is the Demon Hunter Mage? Yeah, it's not all the set. Okay, let's.
Up until now, they've been focused on your spec or your class. With this update, we're actually going to target your hero talents. So in my case, I play an Arms Warrior, I play Colossus. I'll have bonuses targeting
Okay, so this is actually Warrior.
Demolish, but also have spec hooks if I'm like a Prot Warrior versus an Arms Warrior to make sure that they're still competitive. We got you on the spec level, but we're targeting hero talents.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, and players can look forward to a lot of.
But we're hooks if I play an Arms class. With this up.
Okay, so did this show like every? Well, I don't fucking know. So this is Warrior. What the fuck? Is this Death Knight then? Is this the one that is Death Knight? I don't fuck. I kinda don't care. But like, wait. Like, there's one missing, right? There's priest or like they don't show every set. But so like they look okay. They look okay. Do I prefer them from compared to Under 9 or the other ones? Like I kinda dislike them, but like not my style. Except like not my style, but like the rogue is cool, the war is fun. Like what the fuck? All basic in the beat. And the fucking paladin one, like a lot of horde players will get to fucking say that they lived in Stormwind all their lives. Like this is actually fun.
Update, we're actually going to target your hero talents. So in my case, I play an Arms Warrior, I play Colossus. I'll have bonuses targeting Demolish, but also have spec hooks if I'm like a Prot Warrior versus an Arms Warrior to make sure that they're still competitive. We got you on the spec level, but we're targeting hero talents.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, and players can look forward to a lot of class updates as well. You know, a lot of talent updates for specs such as Brewmaster Monks and Unholy Death Knights. Now, along with Season 3's PvE content, there's also a new PvP season. There are several PvP talents that are being updated as well. And for those of us who like outdoor world PvP, there is an entire island called Vanquisher's Wake.
I'll be avoiding that.
And I'll be there.
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Before we wrap up, what are you both most excited for in this update?
For me, I'd have to say it's Dimensius. That's going to be a cosmic level encounter. There's planets blowing up. It's awesome. Huge laser beams, you name it. Additionally, I think we have a really awesome dungeon pool this season. I'm excited for players to check out Tazavesh hard mode.
I am also really excited about Dimensius, you know, like such a glow up from the blueberry that he was before.
Yes.
Baby blueberry.
But the thing that I'm most excited about, we're in The War Within, and The War Within is part of the World Soul Saga, a trilogy of expansions that, you know, like interweave their story all throughout. And so the campaign and the story within Ghosts of Koresh will matter so much more to the next expansion than it has ever done before. I'm really looking forward to.
And this is actually really great. This is actually a really great thing that like we don't go from like an expansion and you finish the expansion and you're like, okay, we kind of like, let's pretend we forgot that we fucking like saved the world and let's go to the next one, right? Like this is actually cool, and I hope that like they keep on the continuation, you know.
Seeing how players go through the campaign and absorb the story.
I'm excited for everything you guys have mentioned. That's Ghosts of Koresh, the void-touched major update coming to The War Within. Thank you, Steph and Drew, for hanging out with me and putting all your hard work into this update. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you in Koresh.
Okay, Ghosts of Koresh. They don't speak about a release date. Let me check. Yeah, no release dates. Okay. Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. They actually like address like a lot of cool things. So yeah, we're really excited for Ghost of Koresh. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay. 2. Okay. Let's finish this one with some stuff. Let's just watch some stuff. We like let's talk about the author of. Let's listen about the author of Chainsaw Man. The author of Chainsaw Man is insane. I heard rumors and I heard that like the dude is well basically like if you fucking like draw like if you fucking do mangas like Chainsaw Man usually like it's not because you're the most normal person, but at the same time like it depends, right? But I heard some rumors about like Chainsaw Man the author being actually like quite out there. That's all I'll say. Let me just grab a drink real fast. Okay. Let me just check if my okay, my mic is fine. Chainsaw Man's author is insane. He got doing the work, God's work.
Chainsaw Man.
Sub to this guy. Give this man a fucking $1 billion. See, like you praise this man before you die.
And it's a story about a man. Chainsaw Man is a story about a man who's a chainsaw. Did I get that right? Chainsaw Man is possibly the hottest anticipated IP in anime right now. Recently, it doesn't seem like Shonen Jump can miss when it comes to their titles being guaranteed mega hits. Jujutsu Kaisen, the new kid on the block that everyone seems to talk about. Demon Slayer, only broke every sales record imaginable and completely revolutionized anime movie tie-ins forever. Spy X Family. I think more people in the anime community watched this than took showers, and yet even with that, it feels like there's just as much hype for Chainsaw Man even though it hasn't even started airing yet. 180,000 people were waiting in the lobby for the new trailer drop. The trailer numbers have got upwards of 17 million views on YouTube, which is pretty much unheard of for a new upcoming IP. I mean, these are the kinds of numbers Attack on Titan Final Season is getting, and that's Attack on Titan Final Season. And judging from these trailers alone, this might be one of the most beautiful things Studio Mappa have produced. I mean, oh, just look at this. It's beautiful. When this anime finally drops, it's pretty much set to take over the anime community and further cement Shonen Jump as the powerhouse of anime and manga. But I'm not here to talk about Chainsaw Man.
What are you gonna talk about? Nothing else. He's gonna talk about the author. Nothing else. I'm pretty sure he's gonna talk about. If it's not talking about shit. Well, I'm just guessing. I'm not.
Wait, hold on a second, hold on! I want to wait till the anime starts airing before I tackle this behemoth of a story because I've said this a few times before, but I haven't actually read the Chainsaw Man manga yet. Why? I mean, just look at this. Wouldn't you want to experience this story for the first time via anime if it ends up looking this good? What I have done, though, is read pretty much everything else the author has done. Tatsuki Fujimoto is one of the hottest names in manga right now, and while Chainsaw Man is busy taking over the world, I wanted to take a chance to talk about some of his other works, because after perusing, I fully believe that he might be one of my new favorite manga artists of all time. Reading this guy's work and seeing his current path in manga, I honestly think we might be witnessing the journey of one of the greatest manga artists of our time. Yes, burn this name into your memory because this guy could well possibly be the new face of manga. Everything he's touched, without exception, is, in my opinion, worth a read. So if you're looking for something to hold you over from that Chainsaw Man hype, this is the perfect place to look. Let's start with Fire Punch. But before we jump into Fire Punch, I wanted to talk about my friends over at Boxu, who are today's sponsor. Boxu is a monthly subscription service that delivers premium Japanese snacks and tea pairings straight from Japan to your door. Each Boxu features a new theme, providing a gourmet journey through Japan every month. And guys, right now, I'm not gonna lie, Japan is absolutely boiling in the summer heat. But on the bright side, I finally get to go to some summer festivals, which is this month's theme. That's right, you have a chance to have your own Matsuri festival this month, because if there's one thing you need to try out at summer festivals, it's the food and snacks, and Boxu has got you covered. They're here to curate that experience just for you. You can find out more about Matsuri snacks in a helpful little booklet that comes with each Boxu, along with the best tea pairings to have with it. Now, one thing you've got to have at every Matsuri is, of course, takoyaki, and Boxu have given us some takoyaki snacks right here. Let's give this a taste, shall we? Oh, that smells like takoyaki. God damn. Oh, this actually tastes so much like takoyaki. What the hell? Oh. We also got ourselves a chocolate sand cookie. Let's have a taste of this one as well. Look at this. I know I'm gonna like this already. Oh, that's a really refreshing snack. That's really good. So, if you want to start your summer festival episode today, click the link in the description and use code GIGUK15 for $15 off your first purchase. Thank you to Boxu for sponsoring me today. Back to Fire Punch. Fire Punch is a story about a man who punches things with fire. Fucking nailed it. It's the
Yes, the name's right. Yes, all the names right.
end of the world. The Earth has frozen over into an ice age, plunging everyone into a never-ending winter that has pushed life to the edge. Plants won't grow, animals are dead, and humanity is on the brink of extinction. Thankfully, there have been some humans that have been blessed with superpowers and can perform feats of miracle, like our main character Agni, who's been blessed with the ability to regenerate. Under any other circumstance, this would be his opportunity to be a superhero, but in this barren wasteland, there's only one way his power can be useful. As an infinite food source. Arm after arm, he painfully severs his limbs for his sister and village to feast upon so they don't starve to death, even though there's little reason for anyone to keep the will to survive and live on this kind of way. This is how Fire Punch opens up its world and introduces you to the story that you're about to experience. Because one day, after encountering another group of people who find out this village has resorted to cannibalism to survive, another blessed human takes it upon himself to cleanse the entire village with his own powers by burning everyone alive with a flame that cannot be extinguished until the subject is dead. Unfortunately for Agni, this means he's been set ablaze with a flame that will never stop burning him, as he regenerates faster than his body can turn to ash. For 1 whole year, he could do nothing but writhe around in pain, constantly burning to death but unable to ever die. 3 years pass until he can slightly move around by chewing his tongue off to distract him from the pain. 5 years before he learns to breathe with the pain of the flame searing his lungs upon every breath. And only after 8 years of constantly burning is he fully able to adapt to the pain. And the first thing he does is he makes a fist, engulfed in flames, and goes, "I'ma punch that motherfucker who did this to me." Yeah. How's that for an origin story? Oh, look at this man with the little spider bite. Was the little spider bite painful? Did it give you a boo-boo? Oh, that looks like a painful boo-boo. Oh, is the widow baby sad because his parents got shot and now he listens to My Chemical Romance? Widow baby, don't be sad. It's gonna be okay. Fuck that. How about having your friends and family burned alive in front of you only to have your entire existence be in constant searing pain of being scorched to death every moment of your life? Fire Punch takes the superpowered, superhuman stories you know and completely flips it on its head. It reshapes and reframes what you think having superpowers would be like by dropping you into one of the most brutal and unforgiving worlds I've seen in manga. You got electric powers? Fantastic! Give me a hammer so I can go around saving the world like Thor, right? Nah, actually, you know what? You can be really useful as a personal battery that people can use to power their homes. Firepower? Brilliant! We're going through an ice age right now, so heat's the one thing humans need. So let's just strap you down so you can become our personal industrial power plant. If you have powers, you're not just a human being, but a natural resource people need to expend in order to survive. And by God, are people going to survive by any means necessary. This is a world without hope, and Fire Punch uses this as a vehicle to dive right into the deep end to showcase some of the worst sides of humanity and the things people will turn to in times of desperation.
This is so fucking dark, what the fuck?
I've seen stories like this before, but Fujimoto manages to present them in a way that feels fresh and new. It's a dark, deep, introspective story that somehow finds.
But also, it seems just like Chainsaw Man, a realistic story where. So what I hate about like most fictional stories these days, like these days in general, is just the sugarcoating around it, and the fact that like because the sugarcoating actually make a lot of stories really unrealistic when it comes to characters, and like you will think that like it's the sugarcoating doesn't like it just like allows for like a better like a more entertaining experience, right? But at the end of the day, not at all, because it creates like relationships that doesn't make sense and that you cannot like really respond or reflect upon, because you're like this, like they don't act logically with what they have. You get me? And this is the same with like a lot of superhero stories where like it's just they just don't act respectful, like in a really like natural and more realistic way to what's going on in general. And this is why the sugarcoating, I hate it, and it makes a lot of stories to me like unbearable to follow or to actually be interested in, just because it helps. Well, like if it takes like to be this fucking dark for maybe I'll pass on this one. Like I don't know, but like at least like there is like this, you can probably feel it as well. Like you just said the story and you're not like disconnected from it, because it does make sense, and there is no sugarcoating around what's going on, and because of that everything feels like more realistic and more relatable, you know?
Time to make some kick-ass action along the way as well. And even then, he finds his own way to do things. Like, I don't know why in basically every story I've seen with superpowers, there seems to be this unspoken agreement that no more than 2 people will have exactly the same power. And if 2 people in the world do meet with the same power, it's just like, oh, hey, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So this is an example of sugarcoating that I was talking about. Like 2 people having the same power doesn't happen, right? No. Right.
I'm like the token fire guy in the story, so I guess we got to battle to the death and stuff, okay? Fire Punch says, fuck that, let's have a full-on slaughter fest with a room full of Wolverines who can regenerate and see who comes out on top. People here know what kind of powers exist and have adapted fighting styles that play to their strengths and weaknesses of the powers they go up against. To a regenerative, body parts can be a resource, a weapon to be used to give you an advantage. Agni gets impaled, fucking chops his own head off midair so he can regenerate faster and get back in the fight, chucks his arm at someone and sets them on fire. Somehow in this world gone mad, Fire Punch still feels like it's steeped in realism. This is how people would fight, act, and live if shit like this actually happened in the real world. This is a story of nihilism. In a desolate world with little reason to wake up and continue living, where can you even begin to find meaning in life? Was there even one to begin with? Is it possible to find hope in a place of hopelessness? It's also a story of a guy who's been set on fire and punches people. It gives you such a unique feeling reading it, because there is one big distinguishing trait I found with Tatsuki Fujimoto's work. It's fucking weird. Within chapter 1, Agni's sister is like, Oni-chan, do you want to repopulate the world with me? And I was like, oh, Fire Punch. I didn't realize this was the kind of fire we were going to be starting with here. But, you know, luckily before she could light the flames off the incest dumpster fire, she just became one. Ayo! One of the characters has an entire arc where they want to make a movie and cast Agni as the main character, which is like, okay. Another person meets a village doctor and he seems like a swell guy. He wants to save all the children and the dogs. Must be a good guy if he cares for dogs. And then out of nowhere, he's just like, so, wanna fuck my dogs? And that's like some of the more normal plot developments that happen. The second half of Fire Punch is a psychedelic acid trip that goes more off the rails the more pages you turn, and I'm definitely gonna need another video to break this down because I need you guys to know. I can't be the only one to know what it feels like to be on Fujimoto's wild ride. If you think you know the direction this story is gonna take, you're wrong. Every time you think Agni's gonna take 1 step forward, he takes 2 steps left and levitates up. This is not the kind of series that will make any kind of sense in the traditional way, but if there's one one thing I will guarantee, it's that it'll give you an experience like none that you've ever had before. And that's something I feel emanating out of all of this guy's works. He's someone that takes normal convention and drop kicks it out of the atmosphere. Someone who isn't afraid to throw in some batshit insane things into his work, even if he knows the general audience might not understand it. Fire Punch was a melting pot of raw ideas from a talent that had yet been refined. It is far from the perfect manga, but through the unhinged madness, I could tell that there was something special behind this vision. And I think Fujimoto learned a lot of lessons from this, because his future work would only grow to be more polished while maintaining his unique, insane style. Obviously in Chainsaw Man, but also in his one-shots, namely Look Back and Goodbye Eri. Most manga one-shots you see are around 50-ish or so pages, acting like an extended manga chapter, and yet this guy somehow had the gall to do two very notable one-shots, one being 143 pages and the other being 200 pages. That's not a one-shot, that's an entire fucking manga volume, which I believe in the mangaka world we refer to as absolutely fucking cracked. But it was in reading these two titles that changed my perception of Fujimoto from just being a talented manga artist to being an absolute genius. Both of these one-shots tell stories you may be very familiar with. Look Back follows the life story of two manga artists that become friends, and Goodbye Eri is about dealing with the grief at the loss of a loved one. But they both take their own very weird turn with their own weird Fujimoto flair that will take more time for me to describe than for you to just go ahead and read them, so please just go fucking do that. They're both available on the Shonen Jump app, and I guarantee you're not going to find a better way to spend 30-ish minutes of your life. What I realized is that Fujimoto has such a unique style of storytelling that feels almost intimate in a way. The man has a grasp of manga in a way others could only dream, and I think both these stories fully display what makes him so special. This is what it's like seeing a genius visual storyteller at work. He knows when to use dialogue and when to shut up and let his panels do the talking. Take this scene.
Maybe it's just because, and you can feel it with like some artists and some, well, public personalities and stuff. Like some people just let go of caring, just abandon the idea of caring of others, people's perspective and opinion. And when this happens, something really magical happens, and you can perceive the freedom of someone else, and you can perceive who is this person, you know. And maybe it's because of that. Maybe it's because he is one of these type of artists that actually have let go of trying to fucking please someone when they actually do their arts. But I might be wrong. But
from Look Back. Fujino is just a kid who draws manga for fun. Her comics get published in the 4th grade newsletter and everyone praises her for it. She's talented, they say. She's the best there is, they say. There is no one that could be better than her. She is a manga genius. That is, until one day, another person her age publishes their art in exactly the same newsletter and completely blows hers out the water. Hers looks like an amateur scribble next to this mystery person, and everyone around her makes her know it. So, unwilling to take the L, she practices. Day in, day out, she works to improve her art. Before she knows it, it's years later, and she's looking at her new improved comic next to the same person who's also gotten drastically better in a way that she could never even hope to reach. Convinced there's no way she could ever compete, she gives up on manga. And so time passes, and eventually she reaches graduation age. Her teacher asks to deliver a diploma that belongs to this mysterious rival that she never met. And after reluctantly going along with it, by complete chance, they meet. Turns out her rival was another girl that was a complete shut-in all this time that focused on nothing but art. She finds out that her rival was actually jealous of her and her storytelling skills, and on top of that was even a fan. After asking for an autograph, the other girl, the rival, the person that in Fujino's mind she could never hope to compete with, calls her a manga genius. And then, after saying goodbye, all you see her doing is walking away, and you see this, then you turn the page and It's rare to see such a mastery when it comes to visual storytelling. You can feel a wave of emotions shifting and turning in a way that's normally impossible to convey on a still page. Joy, excitement, validation, vindication. This didn't feel like I was reading a manga. It felt like I was watching a movie, not with rough storyboards, but with real actors conveying their subtle emotions. And that's the magic of his work. His art is able to portray such a range of emotions and impact. One panel could be a silly character making a dumb face, and then the next could be a beautifully haunting existential nightmare. The kinds of panel with such striking imagery that it will be burned into your psyche for years, decades for your life to come. It's this ability to switch on and off at a whim that makes Fujimoto a master. We are just puppets on his stage, with our emotions tethered to whatever he wants to express. And all this is on full display in Goodbye Eri, which is one of my favorite pieces of short fiction I've ever read. The manga focuses on a boy trying to come to terms with his mother passing away from cancer, and he does this by making his own movie that he films, with his own very weird and twisted personality. What makes this special isn't just the story that's told, but the way manga is used as a way to tell it. Almost every page in this manga is split into 4 panels, almost like they are frames from a movie itself, the movie being made in this story. Sometimes we are cutting to different scenes, sometimes it's a behind the scenes shot, and sometimes there are entire double page spreads of almost the exact same panel, just so we can see subtle movement and expression. Which means the few times a page breaks this paneling formula, it impacts you in a new way I've never really experienced. It hits different, okay? I tried to find another way to say it, there isn't. It just hits fucking different, alright? The narrative takes you on a journey of what you perceive as real, reframing your perception as you continue reading. Right up until the end, it weaves in and out of some perfect blue-esque reality, and we're here to figure out whether we're watching a play or whether we're watching real life unfold. The fourth wall isn't broken. The fourth wall is removed entirely, and we as an audience are wondering if it ever existed in the first place. This isn't a manga, this is an indie film that's been playing inside of Fujimoto's mind, and we've been lucky enough to get front row seats at its screening. Somehow, he's made cinematic manga a thing. This one shot packs more emotion in these 200 pages than most manga do in their entire run. There are twists, there are turns, there's that same Fujimoto weirdness that takes you to a place you never thought the story would go, but at the end of it,
I think it's not weirdness, it's just that, like, we're all, like, I understand what he says. It's just that, like, in my opinion, it's more of just in unicity. So the way Fujimoto is actually unique, and Fujimoto, I guess it's not its weirdness, it's his quirks, you know, and it's not something. And I feel that, like, everyone has them, and, like, there is, like, a difference between, like, quirks as being, like, an artist and quirks as being, like, a normal person. Usually it's like a normal person, just, like, not someone creative in a non-creative way, I'd say, right? But, like, I'll say that, like, it talks about, like, weirdness many times, but I think that, like, it's quirks, because, like, technically, we can talk about Giggok himself, right? When his humor and his way to talk about anime and his way to talk about, like, people and stuff is not weirdness. It's a quirk, you know, his sense of humor and stuff like that. So I think it's the same. It's just that probably it hits different, like, when it touches art, you know. But that's just a guess. It's just that, like, I think that, like, the term weird, like, is not like sounds like an insult, or like kind of like a critique, right? When I think it doesn't mean that, but, like, just like the way because it doesn't mean weird in the sense that it sounds that he said it's his quirk.
All, there is a message, loud and clear, that culminates in a final panel that blew me away. This was, in the simplest of terms, a masterpiece. If it was a real screening, I would have stood up and given a standing ovation. And that's why I don't think I'm overstating it when I say Tatsuki Fujimoto could be one of the future GOATs of manga. It's rare that you see such a raw talent in any field, and we are just now witnessing the start of his journey. I'm very surprised Chainsaw Man blew up as much as it did. Telling me his work would be something that appeals to mainstream audiences would be about as surprising as telling me that David Lynch is directing the next MCU movie. But at the same time, I'm really glad that it did, because behind all this craziness, behind all the weirdness, behind all the batshit insane ideas, there is a raw desire for expression. You can feel Tatsuki Fujimoto's pure passion for storytelling bleeding out of every single panel he does. Some of it may be pretty out there, but through it, I sense a conviction like no other from someone who's so unwilling to compromise on his vision, even if it means having to stick the middle finger to popular convention. And all this sets the stage for the
fuck sugarcoating, fuck trying to please someone. Like, so when it comes to freedom of expression, let's talk about like freedom of expression respectfully, right? Like, without insulting anyone. Fuck trying to please anyone else. When it comes to art, when it comes to this need to align with others, like this person that people try to align with, this crowd that people try to align with, as an artist, and me personally as someone who actually like did a lot of artistic work, right? Even if it's not successful, I really don't care, because I got to experience what it is to actually just struggle and while doing, like, creating, you know, this this objective to try to fucking please a stage or a crowd is such a fucking thing that, like, you can feel in other, like, you can see it, like, no matter what art it is, like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you can see the freedom of someone that actually choose to not try to please a crowd, because at the end of the day, this crowd does not exist. Like, social norms, social respect, and respect exists when it comes to art, but this, like, alignment and this way to try to satisfy like someone else's opinion when it comes to expressing yourself, the trap is that, like, there is no one. It's just like, if you respect everyone, like, people will always criticize you for your quirks and your weirdness, you know, but, like, there is no one to please, and you can really feel the difference between someone that is free because it's free, and someone who is still trapped in this opinion, like, care and actually, like, fear of others people's opinion. I guess that's what I wanted to say. I don't know whatever.
The Chainsaw Man animated drop, as the wider world can get a glimpse of the face of a new manga juggernaut of our time. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. I am hyped as hell for Chainsaw Man to come out as everyone else is, but I'm gonna wait until it starts airing before I consider making a video on it. But with that said, thank you very much to Alpha Sigma, Basil, Dysfunctional Degenerate.
Alright. Yeah, that was great. Subscribe to the Dark if you didn't. This man is a fucking prodigy. Alright, I've been doing my stuff. I'm actually done for the React part, like, for the stream. I'm actually really fucking done. So I'll see you later, and as always, be toxic. See ya.